hospital before a child is born. The child will then be born, and the state will be responsible for a host of things, including but not limited to a social grant for the child. That child will then go to a no-fee school, will get free textbooks, and remains on a social grant. And if hopefully they pass for 12 years from grade 1 to matric, that child will be the responsibility of the state, having been a responsibility of the state with a social grant from birth to 6 years. So that's 18 years. Assuming that the child will do well, they will apply for NSFAS for study at an institution of higher learning, which will add about 3-4 years of state's responsibility in how much the state will be paying. In this time, had the child been sick, there would have been a responsibility of the state again in a clinic or a hospital in one way or the other. They would have provided sports and recreation services and above and beyond, either in the community, the church, the NGOs, civil society would have probably in one way or the other made an investment into that child. All in an endeavor to break the cycle of poverty. We even still, 31 years later after freedom and democracy, we still have families who are saying Uthus Busiso is the first person to have graduated in our family. It may have been the selling of goats, chickens, subsistence farming to assist the state process. How much have we spent on this child from pre-birth to graduation? I know the economy is bad and jobs are very scarce. We've got high unemployment. But let's assume Spusiso gets a job. Spusiso comes from Mpendle and he moves to Johannesburg, the bright lights of the city, because our economy is still anchored in urban-rural migration, the bright lights of the city. He's a migrant worker and he sends money home in an endeavor to break the cycle of poverty. So that investment of all those years culminates into something substantive, where the state for a moment can take a step back and focus on the next child because the investment into Spusiso has paid off. And then the tragedy of road safety strikes. Spusiso has bought a car and he loses his life in a tragic road accident in Johannesburg on a Saturday night after a night of groove and partying. At worst, at best, he had done everything correct on the road, and it took one stupid driver to do something wrong and crashes into him, having done all the responsible things, and he still loses his life. What has happened because of one accident? We have unraveled an investment of 24 years, plunging that family and its nucleus back to poverty. The human cost of accidents must spur us into action. We are unnecessarily losing lives of breadwinners, of potential, to a cost of the economy. The healthcare system is fundamentally strained because we have to reroute our efforts from scheduled hospital procedures to attend to trauma that takes place on the roads. Emergency rooms in clinics and hospitals are turned upside down because of major accidents. Wheeling people in, knowing the strain that we have, people who are at the top of the list for priority attention for a procedure have to move down because we have to attend to trauma. The Road Accident Fund will tell you they are unable to meet with the demand. So when we prevent an accident and save lives and enforce the rules, we are doing a huge service to the economy, to families. We all know in this room, having met people who have been in accidents and families whom have had to endure the loss of an accident, the trauma, mental and otherwise, that they go through. But there's the mental trauma of the survivors, who are a huge cost to the economy. Somebody who was ably walking today in a wheelchair tomorrow. The entire family setup is turned upside down because it must now accommodate a new reality which is permanent.